Come on! Come on, Kiki! Come on. Come on. Yeah, she's up here with me. Come on, Alan! The people are waiting. People? What people? Cookie says. Cookie says what people? She is Muscle Bear! The great Muscle Bear! Muscly cat.
Coming.
Are you coming? Bye, Cookies. Ah, I got cat hair all over my face. It's about time you just sat on Cookie's head. You just sat on Cookie's head. Did you purposely sit on Cookie's head? Cookie, are you okay? Why did you do that?
You sit on the cat's head.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So we are finally going to be giving you guys the answers to your questions. And we got a lot of questions on the video where we requested your questions. So hopefully we'll be able to cover all of them.
But yeah, and if you ask a question and it's similar to one that we've already answered, it may be skipped, but just know that all our questions that are answered will be answered, and if they're similar, we'll be answering them already. So
They'll already be answered pretty
Yeah.
much. Okay. Are you ready to start with the first question from Lynn R? Does Alan have anxiety like you?
that's the question.
Mm-hmm.
No,
You don't have anxiety like me?
no,
Of course.
not even close.
Of course. Next question is from Samantha Mueller. What does Alan do for work now that y'all moved back to Texas? Do you think y'all are going to stay in Texas for a while? I know you missed your old kitchen, but other than that, do you like the apartment now, or will you be looking to buy a house in Texas? Just curious. I love y'all. My favorite YouTube fan. Thanks, girl.
I'm still doing what I've always been doing. We'll probably be here for a while and to see where the road takes us, you know?
And then she also asked if I like the apartment now. And I like this apartment, but I do miss my old kitchen, like you said. Hannah Kathleen asked, do you let your birds fly around that room every day? You usually just show them in the cage. No, we have 2 cats. So it'd be best not to let them fly around too much.
We have 2 cats and 1 cat that would definitely find quite a lot of joy in hunting them down, catching them mid-flight. So no, but they do come out on occasion. So
Yeah, but not every day.
yeah.
No way. Mary Raymond says, what has been both your favorite and least part about moving back to Texas?
Favorite part probably leaving Virginia and like all of Virginia as a whole. But the least part though was probably the money spent having to move down here.
I would say the least, probably the money, and favorite just being here in general. Okay, Ask the Bird said, do you get recognized when you go shopping, eating out, or whatever? Have you gotten stopped by someone who watches your channel?
Yes, we did once.
One time.
But the funny thing was that was in Virginia, and it was on a day where we least expected it.
When I was looking a mess too.
Yeah, we were just
I think we
randomly,
both were.
we were randomly in Home Goods, and we were just joking, joking around, just walking around this Home Goods, you know, goofing around, and all of a sudden we come a corner and turn it, and from down an aisle, a lady says she loved her channel, and she looked like, you know, she didn't really she couldn't believe what she just said. So she's like, me?
And me? Oh yeah. Yeah, because I was like, who's she talking to? Me? But yeah, that was pretty awesome. And there was only one other time, and it was years ago, way before I ever got married. And it was a young girl in a store, and she's like, do you do YouTube videos? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, I like your channel. That was the only 2 times ever.
Yeah, but surprisingly, we haven't been recognized yet
No.
in Texas again since we left.
Yeah. So Anna KBM says, would love to know more about your German heritage. I too have family in Germany. So the German part, wherever that comes from in my family, is like far, far, far back. So I really don't even know anything about it myself. So I can't really answer that question. Beth Galvez says, for starters, I want to thank y'all for being so positive and honest. You're welcome. I'm a stay-at-home mom and wife. It's so nice to see a real channel with a real at-home woman. My question is, what do you guys do to stay close and connected as a married couple?
We try to have as much fun as we can doing basic everyday activities, and
We make everything fun
Yeah.
pretty much.
we try to sometimes.
Even if it's just like walking around Walmart or driving around listening to music. Michelle Peterson says, what are the birds' names? Do you take personal time away from each other? And what is the biggest thing you two don't agree on? So the birds' names are Snowflake, Starburst, and Sky. Do we take personal time away from each other?
No, not really. Only when I'm working.
Yeah, that's not like personal time away from each other. That's
Yeah.
like you have to work. So we don't, other than that, we're always
On
together.
a very rare occasion, like if you go somewhere with your mom, maybe, but like that's only for like an hour.
Okay, what is the biggest thing you two don't agree on? What we're gonna eat for dinner.
Yeah.
Because he wants what he wants and he gets what he wants. We eat different ways, but whatever. We don't agree on dinner.
And future vehicle choices.
Future vehicle choices, that's true. Isaboo Bella says, will you guys make a funny music video of Hallonisms like Gina Bo Fina and Buttery Becky? Gina.
Well, there's not anything like that planned, but probably by like the end of 1 year, it'd be like a compilation video of like all the things like that I came up with across the time span of 1 year into one video.
I don't want to watch that video, and I'm not editing it. Kristen S. has a question for both of us. How many languages do you speak, and what is your favorite vegetable and why? If you could be any animal, what would you be? And Charity, how long have you been a Selena fan? I'll answer that one really
That's
quick.
a lot of questions, girl.
Okay, so I've been a Selena fan since way before she ever died. Like, I was way younger listening to all of her stuff, so I've been a fan of hers forever. And it broke my heart when she died. And so if you could be an animal, what would you be? I would be a bird. So not a fly. A cat? So you could stay with Kiki and Cookie? You could play with them? Do you not? You just don't want to be an animal. Want to skip?
I'd probably be a jaguar.
What's a jaguar, Ellen?
Jaguar.
How many languages do you speak? I only speak 2, English and our language.
I speak 3. English, French, and our language as well.
Nicole Summer says, I know you mentioned it before, but what is the age difference between you two?
About 8 years.
I'm 33.
I'm 25.
I'll be 26 in November.
So for most of the year, we're 8 years difference.
So Alicia asks, Alicia McMahon, what is your favorite restaurant or fast food place, and what is your go-to thing to order there?
Favorite restaurant is probably like a Japanese steakhouse, a local one.
Like a hibachi, you know?
I like a steak and scallop meal with the fried rice, chicken fried rice, and stuff like that. Japanese steakhouse, to answer the question.
I guess I like the same because I don't think I really have a favorite restaurant. I just love any kind of food, so I like eating everything.
And what a burger for fast food.
Oh yeah, definitely. And Chick-fil-A. I like
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A. Valerie Randolph says, is Alan happy to be in Texas or does he miss Virginia?
Oh, I definitely don't miss Virginia. So yeah,
Are you happy to be in Texas?
yeah.
And she asks, do I have any girlfriends that I ever hang out with? Hope B says, how is the apartment and the cats and how is life in general?
Everything's pretty good. The apartment's good and the cats are good. Although sometimes kind of annoying.
Kind of.
Sometimes they can get
Pretty annoying in this apartment. They're bad in here.
yeah.
They're bad. They're being really bad girls.
It seems like they've gotten pretty mischiefy since we moved here for some reason. I don't know why.
Texas made them crazy. Crispy Crusty Christy asks, if you and Alan could go anywhere in the world, where would it be? Like a dream vacation? We just had this big conversation the other day and Alan's like, nowhere. And me, I couldn't tell you anything. I don't know anything about anywhere, so.
It must be pretty cool, like visit like Japan or Germany or something, somewhere like that.
I guess I'm down for whatever. Audrey Norman, will you get a P.O. box already?
Will you?
One day. Sometime. Maybe. I want to. Bridget Chang. What up, Chang girl? She says she's had a crap week and she needs some charity and happen. Alright. So name a couple pet peeves. What's a pet peeve?
Something that grinds your gears.
Oh god, I have lots of those. So pet peeve is something I hate.
It's annoying.
Somebody constantly like tapping on something. Tap, 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 tap. Just constant. I can't. No.
Someone deliberately being annoying. Like on purpose. Probably.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like that either. That's annoying. If someone gave you $1,000 for a shopping spree, what would you buy? I would give my makeup room a whole new makeup room.
I would probably buy, that's the thing, is like $1,000 nowadays, it's like the kind of thing where it's like,
Oh, I can make it stretch.
you can make it stretch, but it's like, it's also not enough to do something like extravagant.
A room makeover?
Over extravagant.
A room makeover. Or we can totally put that $1,000 towards groceries. High five. Okay.
Yeah, probably, we probably end up spending it on going out to eat and groceries.
She said shopping spree. It is grocery.
Food.
Good. Tell me a happy childhood memory.
Probably when I got my first laptop.
Your first laptop? I don't know. I had a pretty good childhood, but I don't know if I have like one little memory in particular. I guess childhood in general was a happy memory. Okay, Liz Ship. Alan, what is the sweetest thing you've ever done for your wife? Married me.
Yeah, probably.
It's true.
Because then there's everything involved in that.
That's
which
true.
is from 5 years ago to today. Everything in between sandwich, so.
Thanks, Alan, for marrying me. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Okay,
And I bought her cookie and mittens too.
that's true. You got me my girls. Jessica Shelton says, how did you get started into vlogging? What interested you about it and what made you decide to go for it? Do you ever dread it? I don't dread it. Growing up, my mom always had a camera on me. Like, she would cut a video camera on and walk out of the room because she would love to go back and watch to see what I did while I was in there by myself. And
Those are some funny footage too.
yeah, and so like my whole childhood, I just had a camera on me. So then my mom got me my own camera. I had 2 video cameras she got me for like different occasions. And then I found out about YouTube. So then I just started recording my life because I don't know, I enjoy it, I like it, and it's just something I was really into. What funny footage are you talking about?
You farted?
Alan! I was only 5! My mom was recording me dancing and I dropped it. You know, like that drop dance move, and when I came back up, I too did. Shut up. Okay, Isha asked, will you do a meet and greet someday?
Possibly.
We would love to, actually. I feel like nobody would come except maybe Isha. She'd just be there like, hi.
We'd have to be like on tour, like
Yeah.
literally like driving up like across the country or something, and have like scheduled tour dates and stuff planned like that. Maybe if you come to that, like a tour bus, stuff like that.
That would be
Well,
cool. Savannah Kelly says, do y'all have any TV shows you guys watch together or binge?
Yeah, we like to watch The Walking Dead a lot.
Walking Dead. We've even restarted it all the way to the beginning and we're rewatching it.
We like scary movies too, and like scary TV shows, stuff like that.
Okay, Kimberly Loves Makeup says, why did you move to Texas? Pretty much just for like a change of scenery. I mean, we weren't really tied down to Virginia, so we just wanted to do something different.
Yeah, we were done with Virginia, so
Our time was up there.
we wanted to, just go somewhere else, I guess. Experience living somewhere else for the time being.
Okay, Brianna Esparza says, do your cats ever try to hunt anything? Bugs, birds, or each other? They are the greatest bug hunters ever.
Yeah, they hunt bugs, they hunt each other quite often. And yes, they would probably try to hunt birds, which is why, the birds aren't allowed out of the cage very often.
Okay, how long had you two been planning to return to Texas? We hadn't been planning, we didn't plan it that long, right?
It's probably like within a couple months, we just, decided probably within the span of a couple months that we just wanted to, move somewhere else, and it wasn't that hard to decide where to move to, so.
And she also wants to know, how did we hide apartment hunting from everyone, like our viewers?
Well, that's the thing, we didn't really, because we couldn't have apartment hunted in person, so, it doesn't take that long to apartment hunt online. It was kind of like, we came here actually sight unseen, and luckily we weren't really disappointed, so.
Yeah, we had already,
So it worked out pretty good.
and we had already found the place ahead of time while we were in Virginia.
Yeah, it only took like a week to find a place we wanted to get to.
But it was so hard, like not telling everyone that we was moving here.
Yeah.
So hard, I had to like zip my lip, hold my tongue. That was hard. Natasha wants to know, what kind of birds do you have and do they talk? Also, what is you and Alan's favorite quality about each other? Y'all seem to have so much fun together. So our birds are parakeets and they don't really talk. Snowflake kind of says something. Pretty bird or something?
Yeah.
She's been slacking on that.
Yeah, they're not really too talkative, they just squawk.
They make a lot of noises.
Yeah.
So what is our favorite quality about each other? Alan's forgiving nature with me because I'm insane, and his patience.
And I like how she cooks good foods and dinners at night. And she has a lot of fun too.
I guess the weight of a man's heart is to his belly, so I've got that one. Okay, so Stem asks, did Alan have to find a new job or did he have one before the move?
Well, technically I'm involved in a skilled trade, so it's not really in my position personally, in the aspect of which I work. I don't really have to didn't have to look for a job per se here before we came, so.
He didn't have to find a new job.
No.
He can just work wherever he goes.
Yeah.
Okay, has your YouTube channel grown over the past year? Yes, and I'm very thankful for that. Last but not least, what is your favorite type of video to make? Man, I really like making all kinds of videos, any kind. Day in the life, cleaning, I like all that.
Daily vlogs too.
Yeah. Abba asks, what are the benefits you get from being a YouTube star and what's been the best? So, benefits I would say is meeting new people and having new friends from all over. I love all of you. And sharing my life with you guys. I guess that's the best way I can answer that. Jenny Hartman says, who is in charge of the money and the bills? Do you split the task or is one of you in charge? I'm in charge of all the money and the bills because it's easier for me to just get online or make a phone call quick and pay the bills.
Yeah.
Like, because I already have it all down. I've been doing it since we first got married, so I do all of that.
I don't really like bookkeeping.
Yeah.
In other words.
I do it all. Tara asks, as a fellow preacher's kid, did you ever feel extra pressure growing up under the watchful eye of the church? Yes, yes, and yes. Even though being a preacher's kid is one of the biggest blessings, it can also be a very hard thing. So yes, always felt a lot of pressure growing up, and still do, because I'm still a preacher's kid, so even though I'm older and married now, I still feel that way, but yes. But I love being a pastor's daughter. Janelle says, I have a couple of questions. The first two are for charity. What is your go-to face wash when you have breakouts? I have combination skin. So a really good go-to face wash is Organic Clear. And lately I've been using Curology, but it's not necessarily the face wash that helps. It's the second step, which has prescription medicine in it. But Dove soap, Organic Clear, Curology, good stuff. The next question is for both of us. What are the most 3 important things you should look for in a potential spouse, and what are the red flags you should watch out for? Honestly, I don't know how to answer that question, but if you're a religious person, always make sure that they love the Lord and look for someone who is honest, hardworking, and faithful.
Yeah.
All right, Dina has a question. Dina says, how can you handle having such a friend named Quesadina? Just kidding. Do you ever get bored of being a stay-at-home wife? No. I enjoy it. Mashea says, if you could time travel, where would you go? Where would I go? If I time travel? Oh Lord. Oh my God, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna go do anything in the past.
I would go back in time to when the internet first was created, and I would reinvent Google. Be Google.
Oh, you want to be the Google
Yeah,
guy.
I want to be Google.
Kelly says, Alan, do you put the left sock? Do you put the left sock on or the right sock first? Can I answer this for me?
The right side. I put the right side
Yeah.
first.
I was gonna say right sock because I was imagining it in my head, and I can't imagine ever putting on that left sock first. That feels so weird. Good question, Kelly. Thanks. Teresa wants to know, will you be adding to the babies you have already? As in kitties. Will you have more? Will I have more kittens?
I don't think we'll have more kittens. I don't think we can handle it.
I want to so bad. I wish we could, but we just can't. We can't.
Yeah, not in our living situation right now. It's just not ideal. For 2 of them, let alone another one.
Abba had another question. Where and how did you get your cats?
We're doing a lot of Google searching because we knew we wanted the ragdoll breed of cat, but we didn't exactly know like where to find them. So I started, after some Google searching, I came across different like catteries and specific breeders for that breed of cat. And honestly, I was actually shocked at how hard it was to actually find an available kitten. There was a lot of different breeders around, but like there was only one of them that had a female available. We wanted a female ragdoll. So that's how we got the first one. Was like Google searching different catteries and calling them trial and error. And then I came across a Facebook page of a breeder, and that's how we found Mittens. And then with Cookies, it was kind of the same. Except there was just, at that point in time, there was a different breeder that had a female kitten available. So usually they're already spoken for and reserves. So we were lucky enough to find these 2 available.
Why is she staring like that? Okay, so we got Kiki in Virginia and we got Cookie in Pennsylvania. Maria wants to know, I heard women don't get that much education in the gypsy culture and the husband has all the power. I don't know, please explain.
Well, I think to contradict that statement or question, really, I think in any society, in all societies and whatever, a person's willingness to learn from the information that's given to them around them and on a daily basis goes a long way. I think if someone's willing to learn based on information and living their life on a daily basis, then they will learn and have knowledge. But as far as like schooling, it's kind of like a different aspect, you know?
It's the same for men and women, there's no difference.
Yeah, I guess it's just,
It's not targeted just at women.
if you want to learn and gain a lot of knowledge, then you will, and if you don't, you just won't, no matter how long you stay in school or how many years of college you
Yeah,
go through.
that's true.
It's just some people don't like learning things and don't retain knowledge, and some people do, even if they've never been to a public school or went through any years of schooling. It's just how it is.
And do you think that men have all the power?
Most.
They should though.
Yeah.
It's kind of biblical. God, husband, household. God and husband is the head of the household. It's all good. Tiff McKee says, pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
No,
Yes.
absolutely not.
Yes. Delicious. Aaron McCormick says, why hasn't Charity cleaned my house yet? I'm on it. What's the next car or truck y'all want? And when are y'all gonna take us to eat with y'all again after a live? We just took y'all to Jack in the Box the other day, Aaron. That's not good enough. Alright, what kind of car or truck you want? That's all on him. I ain't got no opinions.
One that we want, or I want,
you.
probably either like a 2001 or 2 Ford Lightning pickup truck, SVT Lightning, in like a white, like the white color ones, or like a 2006 Viper truck or a Lightning. So that answers that question.
TD says, can y'all make your girls a catio?
I don't think it's possible right now.
They would jump off the catio and hurt themselves.
Yeah,
But that would be awesome if we could. One day. Maybe.
Yeah, if we had a house, then you'd have a catio built, like with a fenced in
Yeah, that'd be
area,
awesome.
enclosed area.
Kiki, do you love me? She asked, does you and Alan watch any sports? I am from Houston, so I'm a super fan of the Astros and Texans. Have y'all ever been to a football or baseball game? No, and no. And H-Town represent Kiki. Do you like sports?
Not really.
Nothing wrong with it, we just don't do it. Kelly says, Alan, how long do you spend on your hair?
Maybe like 10 minutes?
Great question, Kelly.
10 minutes?
Carney Girl says, when you moved, you said it was to a bigger place, but you're back in Texas, your home state. So just so I have it right, you didn't move to another apartment in the same complex, you moved back home, correct? Question mark. Yes, we moved to Texas to a new apartment.
And it is a bigger place.
A bigger place, yes. But yeah, we moved back to Texas. Candace says, if you had to eat just one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Oh my God, that's terrible. I can't think about eating just one thing forever.
Probably a Japanese steakhouse.
One food, you can't pick a big great meal, can you?
Cool.
Can I pick a meal?
Yeah, that's what she's saying, I think.
I thought it was just like one piece of food, like
No.
a pizza or something. I don't want to eat anything for the rest of my life. I mean, like, I don't want to eat one thing.
This question's giving her anxiety.
It makes me sick because we just ate, and I'm sick of food right now. I'm mad. I'm stuffed. Maria says, a lot of her questions have already been asked on here, so what she would like to know is, what do the two of you like to do for a date night? Does your husband mind you being in comfy clothes? I don't think Alan minds me being in comfy clothes, do you?
No. For date night, we usually just hang out at home and watch either a movie together or a show, or go to the movie sometimes. It's just random.
I don't feel like we ever have like particular date nights. I feel like every day is kind of like a date night.
It could be like spontaneous sometimes.
I mean, sometimes, but
Yeah.
we have dinner and a movie at home.
Yeah.
That's like a date.
A lot of dates during fall.
Yeah, haunted houses. Kelly, once again. What is your favorite meal at Olive Garden? What should I wear for court clothes? How do you keep from killing him? Wear your best outfit, one that makes you look super smart. And Olive Garden, I don't know, I don't really eat there, to be honest. And how do I keep from killing Alan? The grace of God. No questions. No questions for you, Gwen Coco. None for you. Liz Ship says, what smells make you happy?
Anything pumpkin spice.
I knew you were gonna say that. Yeah, I like fall scents, but things also like just something like crisp and clean and fresh, and like honeysuckles and things like that.
Yeah, like fresh laundry.
And roses.
I like fresh laundry. And,
I like this question.
Lemon and fall.
Oh, lemon.
Yeah.
Lemon's good. Yeah, and laundry. And honeysuckles and roses. That's a good question. Okay, Ava asks, how does Alan feel about all the attention you get from your channel? Is there ever an issue with jealousy on either side? Major jealousy here. I'm a pretty jealous person.
I think because she's so jealous, that makes me not as jealous, because it makes me realize I don't need to be as jealous. That makes sense.
I'm just jealous in general. I can't help it. It runs in my blood. How do you feel about all the attention I get from my channel?
It's mostly pretty positive. There's not really any issues, really.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Sarah wants to know, I was wondering, why do you keep your kittens in the bathroom when you leave the apartment or go to bed at night? Are they destructive when left alone?
Yes. Well,
Terribly. They're bad.
they're not like really, really destructive, like as in like knock over like a table or break stuff. But like they can be.
They would be if we left them out.
Yeah, it's really more or less like a safety hazard to leave these cats unattended for too long, because
Yeah.
they do like to get into stuff. They are like toddlers. They are like 2-year-olds. So you should treat them as such, you know?
Yeah.
They have the mentality of 2-year-olds, so
Kiki even knocked over the bar stool the other day. I don't even know how she did that.
yeah. It's more or less like a safety concern, which is why we put them up in their own little room where it's not as dangerous for them to be left alone to
Yeah.
rampage around.
And it's comfortable. They have their bed, their food, water,
Yeah.
cabinets to climb in. It's not like we just shove them in a closet with
It's-
nothing.
Just seeing what they do like in front of us makes us
Mhm.
like realize that leaving them alone is a bad idea. Like start a fire, a bad idea. Like as in they have the potential probably to somehow start a fire. In
They
here.
probably would.
I don't know how.
I
but
could see
just feel it.
I could see Cookie turning the knob on the stove. Micah wants to know, what music does Alan listen to? I've always wondered.
I like techno music, you know, EDM dance music, and some rock music.
Erin McCormick says her husband wants to know how you always stay burned. I'm working outside in the heat and the sun.
I guess my skin just like, I guess you could say retains like an olive complexion
Lucky.
often, so.
Desi Nicole says, do gypsies ever marry non-gypsies? Yes. Krusty Christy Crispy says, Charity, why are you so pretty like a cheerleader? Girl. Andrea asks, how much do we love her?
A lot.
A lot.
We love all of our subscribers.
That's right. The last two questions asked, and then the last two questions are about us having kids. The last two questions.
Which would be the first comments written.
Yeah, right. The first question, like, asked on the list. So we're going to answer this one more time just for everyone that asked, we don't think about having kids. We're not thinking about it. I mean, if it happens, it happens, but we're not planning on it, so.
Yeah.
That's that. So for anyone who asked a question and we didn't answer it, maybe it was a repeat or maybe we just didn't know how to answer it and we're sorry about that. If you ever want to contact us privately and ask us questions, you can do so anytime at ladylucktutorials on Instagram. But I think we pretty much answered all of them except there was a few that we didn't. We're sorry about that. We hope y'all are all happy with our answers.
And we hope you enjoyed this Q&A video. I know we did. We enjoyed spending time here to you know, really figure out exactly what all of you want to know about us and all your little curiosities and whatnot. Hope we answered them pretty good and hope you're satisfied with the answers.
So anyways, thanks for watching this video. Give us a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on your notifications.
And we'll see you guys next video. Peace.
Sister Golden Hair surprise over there.